What's going on, everyone? It's time for another slasher horror film review. Today we're actually going to do a Netflix original that was recently released called The Conference. It was released sometime in 2023, and it was directed by Patrick Eklund, who did, instead of Abracadabra, Flicker, Seeds of the Fall, and Syndromata. But yeah, so The Conference. This is a Norwegian slasher film, recently released. Netflix picked it up for distribution, so yeah, we got this crazy setting. So this is definitely going to be for the slasher fans. It is a slasher horror because they don't really reveal the kill. You don't know who the killer is, so to me that's slasher horror, where if the killer and you see him a lot and stuff, that's slasher thriller in my opinion. So but yeah, so it's been a while since I did a slasher film, so let's talk about it. Well, The Conference is basically a group of developers working for a company trying to build a mall in the suburban Norwegian countryside, in a small town that doesn't really want it, go on a retreat in the woods in the fall, and they go to have a good time. But once they get there, things aren't always what they seem, and crazy things start happening, and people start getting picked off one by one by a mass killer. And they at first don't believe it, but then they slowly realize people are starting to disappear, and they're starting to not be around anymore. So yeah, they have to basically go and find out what's actually happening and stuff. This film is runs a pretty good slasher in the woods horror film tropes and stuff. It gives you all the goods, and yeah, the killer looks amusing because it has a big mascot head that's introduced, and there's a couple good red herrings they throw at you in there, which are very plausible. But then once you see them get killed, then you realize, okay, well, it narrows it down a bit, and yeah, so. I really like how the film was shot, and the acting was really good in it, as far as I could tell. Like I said, this is Norwegian, so I watched it subtitled, and yeah, it's still a really well done film. I really like the cinematography, the makeup and gore effects are really well done, and overall is just well shot and staged and everything, and well acted. The characters are really annoying, and they're purposely done that way, so you could definitely see how you pretty much know who's going to die based on how they're acting in the story, and yeah, who's the survivor. It's pretty easy to pick it out. They kind of make it like that, but then yeah, the kills just come slowly and get more brutal and even more brutal as the film progresses. Also, not all of it, the killer's not always there when the kills happen. Some of them are traps, some of them are actual good face-to-face combat kills and stuff. Yeah, so it has a good setting and a good way to do it. And also the people that at the resort that are running the resort are also part of the killer's agenda. And yeah, it's a fun film, and it has a lot of good stuff. We like slasher films where it's just like it gives you the meat and potatoes of a slasher film, and then you just go and see as much, and then you just see as much brutality as you can. That's basically what this is, and so don't go into it thinking you're going to get a good, cohesive, very integral narrative. It's going to be more of your meat and potatoes type of slasher story, and with a lot of good kills and bloody gore and everything like that, with some very satisfying deaths in it. Yeah, the characters, like I said, are paper thin, and they're very what you can basically tell who's going to die. I wish they kind of made them a little more, make you care for them a little bit more. It makes the kills way more impactful and sad, unnerving and stuff like that. This one was more satisfying, but I was hoping there'll be some that were a little bit unnerving and caught me off guard, but that wasn't the case. And yeah, the story is a little too simple, I thought, and they could have did it better. But the one thing I really love about this movie is they keep the killer identity hidden even after the end. They kill their spoiler. They sort of kill off a killer. I think they did, and yeah, and they still don't reveal who it was and stuff. They keep it an ambiguous sort of presence there, and I really like how they do that. Movies don't really do that anymore. They usually just show you who it is right away, like a Scooby Doo cartoon or something, and yeah, end of the film. But yeah, this one they kind of did the Halloween thing, which is good and refreshing to see that in a modern slasher film, especially from Norway. Norway always ups the ante and does it well. So yeah. Overall, I thought the film was entertaining and a good slasher film, but as a film in general, it's done very simplistically and with very little adherence to it. So I'm going to give the conference a 2 out of 5 because I kind of wanted a lot more from it. But if you want just some good slasher kills with some amusing deaths and some interesting deaths, this one might be for you. But if you're looking for something a little more cohesive with a more impactful story and stuff like that, this isn't it. So yeah, also it's sort of like the film Severance, if you've ever seen that, where a group of office coworkers go out to another house and try to do a bonding exercise, and a group of people come and invade and kill them off and torture them and stuff. It's like that. So but that's a British film, you should check that out if you haven't seen it. But yeah, the conference was okay, I'd say. So if you want to check it out, it is on Netflix, and also I'll link the trailer down below so you can see what I'm talking about down there. Also, link down below is my Instagram, as I always post clips of films and review in the future on my stories of the film title hashtag and some film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below, and JP reviews, that's where I post my first star rating after watching the films, and also my Twitter's down below, reviews and it's good Derek. So follow me on those platforms, stay with this channel. Like this video, share it so more people aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any. If you have any films, film franchises in any genre and on any streaming service, comment them down below. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And yeah, make sure you subscribe. Hopefully, we'll find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out. And also, my opinions on popular films, like my classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, we're gonna do a newer horror haunted house maybe type movie. A Hopewell Hunting. So I found that on Prime and it seemed pretty interesting. So I'm going to check that out and I'll tell you about it tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that and watch out for all those deranged killers killing off all our office coworkers and stuff like that when we go on retreats. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, cheers.